Well, I'm the Reverend Dan Stevenson. I am the canon precentor of Christ Church Cathedral, as well as I'm currently serving as the interim rector, a time when our church is in the process of searching for a new dean and rector of this cathedral. This has a very distinct personality as the downtown congregation. The church community was actually formed in 1829, and this is its second building, finished in the 1890s. It is very diverse. It is, I think it is a group of people who currently, the spectrum of liberal to conservative, not extreme on either end, but more liberal than conservative. There are multiracial, not as much as we'd like, but that is a goal of ours. We have rich and poor. I think I have heard people say, and it's been my experience, that the educational level of people is very high. Many people have not only college degrees, but advanced or professional degrees. It has a large number of people who are really committed to this place as a primary community, and I think we would say that there is nothing from race, marital status, sexuality, gender, or anything that would keep you from being involved in the church. Eventually, as more people move downtown, there may be people who live nearby, but when I came 19 years ago, we used to say that everybody who came to Christ Church had to drive, and you had to drive by at least one Episcopal church to get here, if not several. Mm-hmm. So at that time, 19 years ago, really there was no one living within walking distance. Now people are starting to move down, and I think within 10 years there may be a larger group of people in the downtown area, but people come from all around. Of course, I think the concentration is in probably that sort of triangle going from here out through Vanderbilt, Hillsborough, Green Hills, Belmead, Bellevue, but we have lots of people from other areas around the city, and we have hugely active members that drive from Mount Juliet, Hermitage, Clarksville, Springfield. We have people who come a long way to come to church here. Well, as a typical Episcopal church, there are clergy, and then there is an elected group of people called a vestry. Different numbers in different churches. In this church, there are 15 people, 5 elected every 3 years. And there is sort of, as part of that, a committee called the Service Ministries, and that chairman is kind of comes up through the ranks, is appointed, who knows, and it is a very large committee. And they are, there's always a clergy person in connection with them, but really it is very self-directed and run. This basic 10% that goes to outreach, the people who receive it are decided by this committee, so they have at their disposal a very substantial amount of money that they then decide how it's going to be spent. And usually somebody on the committee follows very closely the group that is being helped. The groups, it's always a large number of groups, probably 20 or 25 groups. This building, this structure, is perceived as one of the great treasures of our congregation. It is now on the historic register of places. It really has a sort of a personality of its own. We have many people who will say that they actually come to the church because of the beauty of the building and the feeling of that it is a sacred space to be in, and that has been one of our aims in recent years, is to not only have worship services and educational offerings and outreach, but as well to be a sort of center of sacred space for the city of Nashville. And if you just probably randomly picked, say 25 people, there will be some that say, I came because I thought the building was so beautiful and it makes me happy. And that may be why they stay there. I have several friends who said they came and stayed because of the music. Our most recent rector and dean was a very fine preacher and teacher, and many people came because of that, and some have left when he left. There are some people that said, I came because I was so impressed with the outreach and the work you were doing with the poor. We have a lot of people who come because we do have the best, I think, Christian education for children anywhere. And there are a lot of young families that come for that. So really, there are a lot of different things that people come for, and I don't think you can say, and somehow at the heart of it all, I trust that God's greater sort of presence is at work in wherever. Maybe you came because of the building, but maybe you get something, maybe you get caught up in education, or maybe you get caught up in service ministries, or maybe you come because of outreach and you stay because the music is so beautiful, or because you feel some connection to